Hey guys, so I wanted to share with y'all a topic of discussion that I've had come up recently with my younger brother. And he had mentioned, like, wow, you could pretty much open up your own game store with all the games that you have. Who do you play them with? And that's when I mentioned, well, I play by myself. I solo game. And he was like, what do you mean you solo game? So, like, whenever you play a game, you just cheat the system and, like, win automatically? Like, oh, just flip this card over or roll this die? And I was like, no, that's not how I play. When I play a game, I choose to play a game. Like, see if I could beat the game or, see how many points I can get or whatever. And he was just baffled. So I wanted to discuss, what is solo gaming and why I solo game. So, I mean, it kind of says it all. Solo gaming, board gaming, is when you play a board game by yourself. And this has been increasing in popularity within the community as of late. I notice a lot more board games compared to even a year ago offer a solo option. As you can see, a lot of the co-ops, like say Mice and Mystics over here, you can technically play by yourself, just operating two characters. I know. Let me see, where is it? Pandemic over there. A lot of people, when I was just starting into the solo board game scene, offered that as an option, and I thought that was kind of interesting because, it's a co-op game, cooperative. You're supposed to play with other people, and it's like, no, well, you just play with however many people you can keep track of. And while I myself don't gravitate to that kind of play, I normally prefer something like here, let me grab it. Onirim. This offers a co-op mode, but it's mainly a solo game. It's out of print right now, or in between print runs right now, so I bought it off the Board Game Geek Market secondhand. But this is my favorite game out of this whole collection thus far. So I wanted to see what your guys' experiences were with solo games. I still need to, whenever somebody hears solo board game, through the mass public, they do get a little hesitant. They think like, well, that's just, sad. And they kind of get that mentality that board games are just a social activity. Which, don't get me wrong, it totally can be. But, let me reiterate. When I play games, I want to play games to challenge a different part of my mind. As you can see, along with the board games, I am a video game fan. Mainly Street Fighter. So I understand, like, well, why don't you just pop in a video game and play that or whatever? It just, what got me into board games in the first place is just seeing all these fancy components sprawled out on the table, and it just looked so in depth. And what I found was that it does work a different part of my mind. With Street Fighter, it's critical thinking and thinking on your feet. And when you're faced with someone that's obviously more skilled than you, like, how do I adjust for that and still come up on top? Sometimes it's 50-50 at this point. But with board games, having that analog feel and manipulating cards or dice, you just don't get that with video games. So I wanted to hear what you guys thought. I wanted to share my thoughts with you with the matter, and as always, I'll leave you with. All right, ladies, guys.